global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome back. Still talking about the crisis in Rivers State. Fubara, the governor of the state, has sent a very stern warning to those who are involved in troubling his administration. And he has given them an idea of what is currently happening to them, which if you check out what is going on, you won't be in doubt that some divine hands are involved. Also in a related development, Simon Ekpa, who is the Biafra Prime Minister in exile, has sent a strong warning to Biafra Nigeria over their threat to the traditional rulers, as it has to do with one of the videos that was published by a Fulani man talking about the traditional rulers liaising with them in terms of acquisition of land. You get to hear his point and you take your stand from there. But before we give you full details, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The Rivers State Governor, similarly Fubara, has issued a stern warning to those attempting to state trouble in the state, asserting that divine justice will catch up with them. Speaking at the dinner organized by delegates of the 2024 International Conference of the Nigerian Computer Society at Government House, Port Harcourt, on Thursday, the governor emphasized that his administration is committed solely to the betterment of Rivers State. According to him, he says you can see how peaceful the state is. Even those people who try to cause problems, God has a way of punishing them. When they try to do anything, God will find a way to bring their plans against them. Governor Fubara had made that declaration, underscoring his administration's clean hand and dedication to peace. Governor Fubara urged members of the Nigerian Computer Society to channel their expertise towards the country's development, avoiding negative pursuit that could tarnish the nation's image. He highlighted the critical role of technology in transforming Rivers State, particularly in boosting internally generated revenue, IGR, and ensuring smooth governmental operation without the need for external borrowing. His Excellency also announced plans to mandate the State Civil Service Commission to ensure that computer professionals working with the commission are certified before they receive further promotion. According to him, he says our appeal as a government is that the best brain you bring together, the inventions you are making, and the improvements you strive for, all for it should be for the betterment of our society. We are not going anywhere. This is our home, and we must work together to make it what we want. He also assured the Nigerian Computer Society that his administration remains open to hosting further conferences dismissing negative media portrayals of the state as unfounded. The state is peaceful and calm, and we are working hard every day to add value to Rivers State. Dr. Ovi Chiredum Chukuma, the Rivers State Commissioner for Education, lauded Governor Fubara for his commitment to technology, noting that it has greatly improved the state's revenue and streamlined operations across all government sectors. Meanwhile, Dr. Mohammed Sirado Aliyu, president of the Nigerian Computer Society, lauded Governor Fubara for his support and dedication to the state's development through technology, pledging that the society's ongoing partnership in advancing the state progresses. Governor Fubara's message was clear. Those seeking to destabilize Rivers State will face divine consequences, while his administration continue to focus on uplifting the state through peace and technological advancement. That was his. Also, in a related development, IPOB had written to their traditional ruler about what is going on, and according to the information made available, Simon Ekpa, who is their number one man, says our attention has been drawn to a threat issued by IPOB Nigeria on traditional rulers for allegedly selling lands to Fulani, as claimed by one Fulani in a video. The Biafran government has taken note of these threats and will deal with any group that threatens our traditional ruler. The Biafra government have also watched and analyzed the video of a Fulani man claiming that traditional rulers are selling land or giving them access to land. This claim cannot be substantiated, and it was deliberately concocted so that we start attacking our traditional rulers and further creating tension in our territory. The Biafran government is hereby taking all necessary measures to prevent the anarchy by restricting the movement of foreign Fulani cows. What this means is that every entry into Biafra land through the bushes will be suspended from 30th of August 2024. The Biafran borders will be closed and no interstate movement of cows, through the bushes will be allowed. We do not have prisons to keep violators, terrorists, and their cows. The enforcement of Biafran border closure will start on 1st of September 2024. I'm telling you, interesting things are happening in Nigeria, I must say. But, still talking about what is happening in Rivers State, the situation is becoming very interesting, considering the fact that even though Fubara by himself is doing everything to, make sure that, there's peace in the state, and there are still some people by the sideline who are talking against him, who are working against him, but somehow, yes, I don't know what is happening, but however, we are trying to see the invisible hands of nature in this whole thing, because at the point it was as though Fubara has been pushed to the wall and he was found wanting at the time. That was when APC were standing strongly with his number one, with his predecessor, talking about the FCT minister, and also the structure in PDP, the likes of the local government chairman, that's those that have retired, those that have been hoisted out, and the legislatures, they were all standing with Wike to fight. But all of a sudden, it seems that the distraction has set in, and the distraction that came in was the fact that Emeka Beke, who was fighting in court to secure his position as APC chairman in Rivers State, all of a sudden won the court case. So right now, Tony Okocha, who was fighting against Fubara and who was always bringing Fubara to the fore to make all kinds of declarations about him, is now so confused. And we see him parading the street with a crowd of people, trying to campaign when the time is not set for Tinubu and all of that. And we already know that is a plot to let Tinubu know that I already have a bevy of people who are going to support you full time. But looking at that, you now see that right now, as we are talking, there's an in-house fighting in APC, somehow putting to rest his continuous fight against Fubara. And it's getting very, very interesting. Those are the local government chairmen, though they are still not ready to concede their defeat. Also, they're licking their wounds and they're crying out. All of that points to one direction, that somehow there is divine injustice that is going on. I feel at this point that we must accept one thing, and that one thing is that you cannot be in a position of leadership forever, especially if you were elected into it. You understand? At the point, you need to step aside when the time falls to you. And when you step aside, allow other people to enjoy, because the truth is, soldier come, soldier go. But the barracks will always remain. And that is the truth, And if we continue in that direction, it will help us, to enjoy the state and also allow other people to enjoy the state. Then let's go back to also the issue of Biafra. Don't forget that fairly recently, the person of Simon Ekpa has been in a serious tension. Tension in the fact that the Finland government had already sent out info that his case, there's a judicial process in his case, and they are handling it in the Finland court. So somehow it seems as if he is very careful in the way he's communicating now, because quite shocking, I must say. At the point, there were these info around that the southeastern traditional rulers are kind of collaborating with Fulanis and selling out lands. In normal case, you will see that there will be so much, our boys are there, they are going to do this, they are going to do this. But all of a sudden, even though Biafra in Nigeria said that they are not going to tolerate such a thing from any traditional ruler, but he became very, very sensitive in the sense that he had to look at it beyond just somebody coming to the fore to say this is what is happening, because the Fulani guys, according to the information made available, they came out to present a video which one of them said that they have been given lands by traditional rulers, and that's to trigger war amongst them. But all of a sudden, if you listen to Simon Ekpa, you see so much wisdom there. He said we cannot substantiate that claim, so for that reason they want us to go after our traditional rulers to kill them. Instead of that, we are going to prevent any form of interstate movement by the bush, so that Fulani headsmen cannot enter into our territory by the bush. Which means if it's by the road, they can permit it, but by the bush, we will not permit it. And for me, this is the ideal way of doing these things. And for us to continue causing commotion, and at the end of the day, it will result to loss of life. I must say, for me, this is a good development, coming from that end, so that loss of life is not an interesting thing. It doesn't change anything for us. It doesn't make us better. Instead, let's try to use wisdom and see how we can handle these things, so that even at the end of the day, when that dream that they are looking for, Biafra realization comes, at least a lot of people will not look back and say, I have lost everything before this thing came. At least it will be gotten without blood and without death. That's what we like to live in. Let's be in our conversation and talk more on this.
Global happenings today.